welcome to Fleet Hoster's Coaching BI feature that is inside your FleetFlix add-in in your GeoTab database. We've developed Coaching BI to allow companies to create and provide a diverse safety program that will reward good, safe practices and help reduce liability risks to the company. Furthermore, this enables drivers to build safe driving habits that benefit themselves as well as your company. To access the Coaching BI, you will go to FleetFlix AI, Coaching, and then start your setup. The first thing you want to do is go to your coaching rules. This is going to give you a list of all events that are available for camera rules as well as GeoTab rules. You will go through each one and turn on the ones that you are interested in, and then you will set up your notifications. This is how many times an event has to occur before a manager will be notified. You will also do the same for the recommended coaching, as well as your risk level, which is 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. And then you will set up your base type. This can be based on distance or days. Industry standard is usually 500 miles, but this is adjustable. So for instance, your driver distractions, it is turned on. And for every 3 events that happen with 500 miles, it's going to say to notify a manager and let them know that this is starting to take place. At 5 within that 500 miles, then it's going to recommend coaching. We're going to go to notification settings. This is where you will set up emails for any kind of notification settings that you want to send an email out to. To accomplish this, you click the plus sign, and in your drop down is going to list all your email addresses of the users that are currently set up in your GeoTab database. The default is that all notifications for all events will be sent to them. However, if you want certain events not to be sent, this is where you would exclude which ones you do not want to be sent to this user. Once you have set it up, click Save. Here we have your coaching tasks. This is a list of tasks of events that have come up that are recommended for coaching, which is the same thing as recommended coaching here. So if you go to coaching tasks, it's going to give you a list of all your events that are happening by vehicle. So we have 55 driver distraction events that happen with 581 miles. The vehicle name, the IMEI, the category, so is it a camera event or a GeoTab event, the distance that it happened within, and the date and time. So as you can see, it goes through each one and gives you some information. So we are going to go to driver phoning. This one has 3 driver phonings, which we looked at earlier. So it is telling the manager, hey, maybe you ought to start looking at this. If you can click on view events, and this is going to give you the 3 events that were listed. The event itself is set to snapshot, so that is what it's giving you. You can view each one and be able to see, yes, he is on the phone, and then you can verify it. Knowing that some events are falsely triggered, you can have the option to ignore those so it does not count against the driver. If all of them are good, you can click verify all, or if all of them are false, you can hit ignore all. We're going to verify all. And then once everything is verified or ignored, you do have a coach button that comes up. This is where you will record your coaching with your associate. When you click on coach, you'll click add. It's going to give you a category. So it's either a driver issue or a safety issue. What events are being recorded. So you can put in your fleet manager notes. You can put spoke with John. And then here is a spot where you can put any notes or comments from the driver. And then you save. You do have the ability as well to download this to a PDF file so that you can save it for your records and for employee records. Your scorecard. Your scorecard is a way to see a snapshot about how your fleet is doing. If you click scorecard, you can choose the different events that you would like to it. This is separate than your coaching events. This is simply a scorecard. You can choose the events you would like. So if you would like to put seatbelt there, it will add it to it. And then you would put a weighted average for those events. This weighted average does need to equal 100%. Once you have it done, you click save. So as I said, your recommended coaching and your coaching tasks are the same process. Your notify manager is pretty much the same thing that you have before. You can coach off of this, but you don't have to. This is more acknowledging that you may have an issue that you want to start addressing before it does get to the coaching spot. It gives you the exact same information. You can go in and view the events from here. And you do have the same option to do verify all or ignore all or do it individually. On your dashboard, you can choose your dashboard by a range of days. You can do a 7-day, a 30-day, a 60-day, or a 90-day. We're going to do a 30-day. And this is going to tell us in 30 days how many recommended coachings we had, how many notified managers we had, and then how many people have been coached during that time. So the one coaching event we just did is now listed. And you can go here. You can see it here. It says coached. If you scroll down, it'll say coach it. And then you can click on that and see any notifications or any kind of documentation you have. Your database itself holds a couple different graphs that make it easier for a fleet manager to quickly glance at how the fleet is doing. First, you're going to have an average driver score, and this is going to show you the average and then the previous score. You do also have ability to change it to just distracted driving or to driver phoning or whatever events have triggered. This is exportable as well, that you can save it to a file for your records. You can also see it here in this graph, and it's going to tell you what your average score for the fleet was overall. You can look at the few details, and this is going to go even further and break it down by vehicle itself. It's going to start at the top, so who are the highest, and then it'll give you information such as the vehicle name, the IMEI, the driver, miles, max speed, and then how many events they had per category. Again, you can click on reports and you can download this report for your convenience. One of the other graphs we have is you can do your top performances and your worst performances. This is adjustable that you can do 5, 10, 15, 20 people. You can view all. And it's going to give you a record on who's your top and then from your bottom. Again, this is exportable as well. Your event notifications, this is simply a pie graph to allow you to get a quick snapshot on what events are being triggered the most compared to the other ones. For example, on this particular customer, the driver distraction far outweighs the driver phoning. So this allows a fleet manager to look at it and say, I need to concentrate on this particular event as it is going to be the bigger part of the pie chart. Finally, the last two, you're going to have your driver coach notifications. So this is everybody who was coached and gives you just a quick snapshot of it if you're looking for somebody quickly. And then your scorecard that you have set up for your reference. That concludes our training on Coaching BI. Thank you for choosing Fleet Hoster and allowing us to fuel your fleet intelligence.